Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today, I want to break down CYCN. This was a trade that we took in the pre-market. I want to go over our indicators and some of the trade opportunities that we had on CYCN this morning. I also want to point out a few factors of why this one was a higher quality setup compared to most setups. I want to explain that to you. That way you have a chance to see that, know that, and understand that before you ever take a trade, which I think being well informed is a major part of our what we do every day. So looking at this, guys, this is CYCN's chart. We started down here near my face over here. You can see that we started down here. This is the pre-market section in gray. Nice move. This had news, it had volume, and it had a close over our key levels, which we'll break down in just a second. First thing I'll do is we'll break down and look at some of the news that we did have today. So if I switch over to our other screen here, we'll see that we have in our day trading community, we have our squeeze potential channel here on the left-hand side. When we click on that and we look in this channel, you'll see that this morning what we do is we add key levels every day. And we have a main page on our website, BullishBobLIVE.com. I'm sure you guys know about this. Flip over to that page, our squeeze potential levels. How do you trade around those levels? What does it mean when we share those levels? What it means is basically that squeeze potential level is a key level for me. If we get above that level, it's got the potential for that squeeze momentum that we love to see. That means it's got the potential to move 10%, 20%, 30%, all in a matter of minutes or less. And that's what I'm looking for. Those are the type of trades that have that breakout momentum I love to see. Now, looking at this, in the morning, we set these key levels before the stock ever gets really moving. If we look at the key level here, the key level was shared at 7:06 a.m. Eastern time. And if we go into our recent news, you'll see recent news. If I scroll up to the top here, where the day started, there's a lot of news in here. CYCN did have news this morning. It was a merger agreement for CYCN. So it did have news. So that's a plus. Now, as I mentioned to our team members, I'm not a news trader. I don't really care about the context of the news. Some news will, some weeks, the same news that you'll have, on CYCN today will move this stock next week. It won't do anything to another name. So I'm not big on breaking news and trading breaking news. I do love to have breaking news paired with what I'm trading, but it doesn't mean that that's what I'm looking for, right? What I'm looking for is, of course, a breakout of a technical level paired with volume. If there's no volume, there's no trade. That's my number one rule, and I think you guys know that. But CYCN did have news. We can see that. Awesome. If we flip back into our squeeze potential channel, and you can see the news came out at 7:06 a.m. Eastern time. Keep that in mind, 7:06 a.m. Eastern time. Our squeeze potential channel, what time did the squeeze level come out? 7:06 a.m. Eastern time as well. And we do have some really nice information on that one, 240, 259, 295. What that's saying is 240 is our first key level. If we close above 240, I may take a trade for that squeeze momentum type of play. That being said, 259, 295 are the next resistance levels I'm seeing, which means if I'm in the trade from that 240 level, I'm taking some profit into those levels, holding I call a lotto, basically. It's just a piece of the pie, a piece of my profit for that possible continuation. Again, our trend IQ indicator, which I'll show in just a second, will identify if it's continuation or if it's a bounce setup. And knowing that this was continuation, knowing we had breaking news, knowing we had the volume and the key levels, it was just a perfect recipe for success. So flipping over now, we'll go ahead over to the main screen here and check out this chart. 7:06 a.m. Eastern time was when we got those alerts, right, guys? So if we're looking at this chart, we're looking for 7:06 a.m. Eastern time. This is 7:05. There's 7:06. So let me go ahead and highlight that. This is exactly where we got those alerts. So when you look at this move, the entirety of this move on CYCN, what we're trying to do is get out as much information as possible to you and our team members. That way we all can make an informed decision. Now, CYCN, we had the news out, right? We knew that it had news. We knew that it had a key level that we wanted to break, and that level was around 240. That key level, if I draw a line here, was right. If I can get it in there, and mark my line here, 240. I got it just a hair above that, so go back down to 240. There we go. So that was our line. So again, if we zoom in on the chart here in TradingView, we take a look at this. What we're going to see is this was a really nice move, right? This candle closed over. This is a 1-minute chart. You can see CYCN 1-minute chart. This candle closed over that key level and then held that key level as a then support and then continued to make new highs. Now, if you made this trade here, if you took this first close over and just took this trade up to this point, this little pivot here, it's $1.68 per share on that move. That's $1.68 to the top of this move. And that wasn't the top of the move altogether, right? If we measure to the top of this move, we measure this out from that line and level and area of value all the way to the top, guys, 247%. What an impressive move, right? And this is the first day of April. This isn't April Fool's. This is the first day of April. This is a great start to our month. As I mentioned in chat, I'm trying to protect my profit on the week. We've got a short week. Friday's off for Good Friday. Guys, CYCN, what more could we ask for? Volume, price action, closed over a key level. It had news this morning, right? This is what we look for every day. And this is why I say we need to be laser focused, because this happened right around that 7 a.m. window. That close over that candle that we were looking for, that move was at 7:12. So got the information out at 7:06 a.m. Eastern time, just a minute after it started moving. All of the information was shared in chat. From there, 6 minutes later, it closed above that key level, gave us an opportunity, and what a beautiful day. And I think a lot of our traders in chat made money on this one. We shut it down after market open. What a beautiful morning. I usually trade to about 10 a.m. Eastern time, and that's going to be right in this area. I'll draw a line here. This is 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's about where I trade to. So it did make new highs soon after that to 848, almost 850, that $0.50 test. What a beautiful move. Now let's see how we could find opportunities here. Let's see how we could trade this one, because it's not just about, oh, we got the information out, it had news, it had volume, because just because a stock has volume doesn't make it tradable. Just because it has news doesn't make it tradable, right? We need to find trade setups on these stocks, and we're going to do that right now. So what we'll do is we'll go to our indicators and strategies in TradingView. We'll go to invite only. We'll go down to, let's add the 1 minute Bullish Pivot Pro right here. Let's go ahead and just add that, and we'll go ahead and add the volume indicator as well, the dynamic volume indicator. That's going to be the volume histogram version 1 or version 2, whichever you have selected. Version 2 here, we're going to see that we have a lot of volume on this move. We did have a lot of volume, so we are confirming that. So what we're looking for with this volume histogram, very, very simple indicator, right? It's just telling me whether it has volume or it doesn't have volume. If I'm looking to trade aggressive, I need to see those green histogram bars. If we see something like, let's see, maybe CDT, and we zoom in here, look at this. It's making a move here in the aftermarket. Problem is it has low volume. Look at down below. We do not have that volume I'm looking for. So I'm looking for that high volume. Right now, we don't have those green bars. So I can't trade it aggressive. I can trade it moderately aggressive, but not really aggressive. I need to check a few other factors here. But just looking at volume alone, that's going to be something that I need to be concerned with. So CYCN, we'll go back to this one. CYCN, if I zoom out on this chart and we go ahead and look at just the pre-market alone, because that's where all that information came into chat, and a lot of traders are trading in the pre-market. With our indicator, what we're looking at here and what you're seeing with this 1 minute Bullish Pivot Pro, it's designed specifically for that 1 minute time frame. Now, we have this setting right now, I believe, if we double click on it, we have this set to let's see, a longer trade setting. I like to have it on a quick trend, so let's go ahead and switch that to quick trend, hit OK, and now all of a sudden you'll see this band change a little bit here, and there it is. It just tightens it up a little bit. I like that because basically I want to get closer to the top, right? That's all it is. How many times have you been in a trade and you're wondering, how can I be in this trade and hold those profits for longer, right? I took profit, but I took 20 cents when there was a $1 move. How do I capture that full move? Well, that's the point of this band and indicator. Once we break below that, that's where I exit my trade. That's where it's no longer bullish to me, and it's more in a bearish short trend, right? So we're looking for it to stay above this trend. So if you're looking at this blue line here, we can change this to green if you prefer, whatever you have yours set to. I'll set it to green just to make it easier. Red, bad, green, good, right? Green, support, red is resistance. It's that simple. We have these pivot zones as well. If I zoom in here, look at this, guys. What a beautiful move on our 1 minute Bullish Pivot Pro, combined with that key level that we went over in our chat, right? If we flip back over to that key level, this is our key level right here, this 240 and 259 and 295. That's our key level. That line right there, that white line that we see on our chart right here, this white line is that key level. Close above that key level. That's on watch for continuation, squeeze momentum, just continuing. We want it to continue, right? We pair that with volume down below. Can we confirm we have volume? Yes, we do have volume. It's very simple. We don't need to know how much volume we have. We have volume, right? It's that simple. No volume, no trade. Green volume histogram bars, we know we're good to go. It doesn't matter. I don't need to check how much volume, and it doesn't matter, right? We're not trying to nickel and dime it here. Closed above this pivot zone here, and that's a signal right there in itself. So the Pivot Pro gave us an earlier signal than the line itself. So if you took that Pivot Pro signal, yes, it is higher risk, but you could take profit into those levels, 240, 259, just like our key levels were pointing out. But if you took this trade, you're in at around 235, and all of a sudden it gaps all the way up through $8. What an impressive move, right? That's just so impressive. But if you were taking this trade, say you missed that first pivot zone, right? So 1 minute Bullish Pivot Pro, it then gapped up with news, pulled back, tested the zone. There's an entry there. All of a sudden closed above our pivot zone. There's a bullish entry there. Tested the pivot zone there. It did not break down below, so it tested as support. So you could buy the close over, right? You could jump the gun and buy that close over, or you could buy the pullback to that pivot zone, right? There's two different ways to go about it, but either way, they both worked, right? It had volume, it had news, and it closed over our key levels, right? That's what we're looking for. So all of a sudden we continued. You missed that entry, you missed this entry, all of a sudden it closed above this level. Missed that entry, okay, look for a pullback to the zone, look for another pivot zone. Here's another pivot zone, closed above, we're bullish again. Every time we're above one of these pivot zones, that's considered bullish momentum, right? That's what we're looking for. And if we close back below like we did over here, that is a bearish signal. So if I zoom in on this and you guys take a look, this is a bearish signal. This is a bearish signal. So two bearish signals in a row here. If we took this bearish signal here and stopped out the bulk of our profit because we saw it failed one of those levels, we just saved ourselves from 5% loss on the top of that move. So again, it's getting us as close to the top of the move as possible. This was a nice little jump up to that level. It pulled back sharply. Now, what do? We missed all of that, right? We're looking for another entry. What do we do? At this point, you can look for a pivot close over. So we have right here, this close over here is a pivot, a retest of the zone, and then trending up, staying above that zone. As long as we can stay green, blue, whatever you have, as long as it's not red, that is going to be a bullish trend. And look at this. If we measure that move again from this pullback, or even from if you took the entry, if you got hasty here, took the entry at the top, all of a sudden to the top of this move and this pullback candle over here, we're looking at about 17%. That's impressive, right? And a lot more opportunity if you sold closer to the top. What I like to do, guys, is I like to sell partials into these profit zones or into these spikes. And then as I'm taking profit, I'm holding a lotto in case we get continuation. I'm watching these signals to exit out of my position, and I can always get back into the trade when we see another signal. We got another signal right here. Look at this, guys. Just amazing signals. Look at this. Boom. Right there. There's another one right there, right? These are signals that we're watching for possible entries. There's a possible entry. And there's a possible entry. If you can see that behind me here. There is a possible entry, right? Entry, 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 right? Possible entry here. Dip back to the zone. There's your entry. I know sometimes you can be hesitant. I know sometimes you can be, talk yourself out of a trade. But if you're studying outside of your trade hours, right? Don't try to study while you're trying to trade. Study in your off time, your off hours. That's what I've done. That's what all of us traders have done. If you're going to become a successful trader, I promise you there's going to be a lot of studying in your downtime, right? Spend the time to do so. Know what you're looking for when you're trading. That way, when you see it, you can take full advantage of something like this. And this was just an impressive move. Now, this is a very simple approach to this. This is a 1 minute chart. This is a 1 minute Bullish Pivot Pro, one indicator attached to our chart, combined with the volume histogram down below. We know that we have recent news. We know that we have the volume down below. We know that we have a clean close over our key levels. We know it's on watch for possible squeeze potential. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than this, right? We made some really nice trades on this one this morning. What a great start to our month of April. Let's keep the ball rolling, guys. Let's stick to our strategy, not veer off that path. And let's continue this type of momentum because this is beautiful. Now, for me, this was a continuation watch, which means if you guys go to our, let's see if I have this open. I do. If you go to our elite member playbook, you'll see that in our chapters here, which is available for all of our elite members, you will get access to this. In chapter 9, specifically, we're going to go over assessing the setup quality. Is it continuation or is it a bounce watch, right? We'll teach you how to understand that. Check out chapter 9. It breaks that down completely. And if you have any questions, reach out. Just click on that chapter there. It'll bounce you right down to that chapter 9. We have a lot of information in this guide here for you guys. But this is going to be CYCN. Now, the only thing I did want to show you too is just one more indicator. If we add on invite only and we go to our, let's see, our trend IQ. Our trend IQ dashboard here is going to let us know whether it's continuation watch or if it's a bounce watch. If it's continuation watch, it's going to say the trade type right here, continuation watch. If it's a bounce watch, like maybe CDT, let me see. Let's see what CDT says. Yes, CDT right now, it was moving in the aftermarket, but we know to be careful because this trade type is a quick trade or lotto trade. You can see this on the trend IQ just above me here. Now, what that is saying is basically be careful, right? We have recent resistance through these levels, $32. It hit $7. Everyone's getting excited. There's news, there's volume, right? But why are we not trading this aggressive? Because of what we're seeing here on this information. The trend IQ is letting us know that this is a quick trade or lotto trade type of setup. This is not continuation, right? So let's flip back over to CYCN. Guess what it tells us? It is a continuation watch. Now let's zoom out and go back to the start of things here. So let's go back to when the move initially took place. Because more importantly, I know it says it's continuation now, but we want to make sure that it said continuation as the move started taking off here before those entries, right? So let's zoom out here and look at that. So when we do this replay in TradingView, guys, you'll see that the trend IQ before these highlighted entries that you'll see in just a second here as I hit play, what you'll see is we are showing continuation watch. So these setups are exactly what we are looking for. So this is what we're looking for real time. Now, we know this. It's listed continuation. We've got it in our squeeze potential channel. We've got breaking news. We've got high volume. We've got a close over our key level. What more do we want, right? This is what we're looking for. So being prepared, knowing what we're looking for, it's so key. Now, one thing I do want to point out, though, is not just on the 1 minute time frame. So maybe you're trading a lower time frame. This same indicator will work. Now, let me go ahead and delete some of these. And this same indicator will work on a 10-second time frame. So let's go ahead and switch to a 10-second time frame. Technically speaking, it will work on any time frame, but I do use it in conjunction with the 1 minute time frame and the 10-second time frame. So I like to use it like that. If we flip to a 10-second time frame, look at this, guys. Again, this is an absolutely beautiful move. Now, the pivot zones on the 10-second time frame, I don't use those as often. So I'm not looking for those type of entries. Instead, I'm using the trend zone. So the trend zone is how I stay into my trades, how I can stay into it longer. So if you're wondering, again, how do I stay in this as long as possible, get it and sell it as close to the top as possible, get as much profit, the 10-second time frame for me really works out well for that. Now, that being said, sometimes it will give a mixed signal, give me a false signal down to the low side. I'll get stopped out and I'll get back in soon after that, but only if it's continuation. If it's a bounce watch, I don't want to toy around with keep entering back into that position. But CYCN over here at the bottom, you can see it just all of a sudden gapped up, gave us our signal right here. So say you missed these signals in the first initial pull back into the zone. Okay, that's fine. All of a sudden there was more over here. It failed. All of a sudden we got ourselves a close over. Again, another entry. We zoom out a little bit. We've got retest of the zone, retest of the zone, retest of the zone. What a beautiful move. I mean, this is incredible, guys, because if you look at this and we hit play, we'll go to the stop out here. If you took this entry down here and sold at the cross below right there, 68%, 68% in a matter of 21 minutes, it says. 21 minutes, 68%. You're done for the day. You lock in profit all before the market even opens. We don't care about, world news. We don't care about, really, I don't even care about this news, to be honest with you guys. I just don't care. It's a low float stock. It's got low float momentum. It's got high volume, breaking news. It's closing above recent resistance levels. It's just absolutely perfect. So this was a great start to our April, guys. Let's keep the ball rolling. Hopefully we can stick to our strategy, rules going forward, stay consistent, and keep making money. And more importantly, retain that profit. We're not going to give it back. The market is designed to take your money back, and we're not going to let it. Guys, stick to your strategy. If you want to learn more, visit BullishBobLIVE.com.